Your reaction, sir, to the failure of India and other countries to persuade Mr. Trump that actually the benefits of free trade, the benefits of flows between India and the United States as they stand now are just not as good for America as putting up trade barriers?
Yeah, as you put it, I think people have been negotiating in the background. There was some hope that the initial focus was more on the deficit. I mean, India has about 36 billion of trade advantage of the whole trading that India does with the US. And there was hope that that could be bridged by India importing more stuff from the US. But the reciprocal tariffs has certainly come as a shocker to everybody, I think. So
what does it mean for you? What does it mean for Tata Communications?
So Tata Communications, we are not directly impacted, but I'm sure, like everyone else, we are going to be having a lot of indirect impact. The customers, we serve the global market. We have major customers in the UK and US and all over the world. The customers are going to react in the short term by looking at how they can save costs and how they shore up their balance sheets, and there is going to be a lot of short-term uncertainty. But in the medium to long term, the companies must look at how they structurally look at their business. We had one big structural changes for industry where, as a result of geopolitical risk, people were shifting manufacturing from China to other places like India and Indonesia and others. That was seen to be one structural shift for the business. This tariff is going to once again ask companies big questions on how are they going to structurally make it different, and that is where we think we can play a big role for them.
China Plus One, though, seems to be dead now, dead in the water as we take a look at the tariffs. And I've seen reactions saying it's not America first, it's America alone. So where does that leave us in terms of emerging markets producing in low-cost countries, sending to Western countries? Is that model now dead in 2025?
I wouldn't say it's dead. It's difficult to comprehend what is going to happen in the long term. Even if one were to assume that people would want to shift all the manufacturing back to the US, there are questions on, are there talent and people available in the US? I mean, there's also restrictions on people movement with visa restrictions and others. Secondly, even if one were to shift the manufacturing, I don't think the entire supply chain, so let's say somebody decides to shift auto manufacturing there, they still would have to impact parts of the auto, other components and everything else would have to be imported. And if they are going to be taxed, producing locally is going to be not that productive, right? So it is going to take a long while for people to think about what does it do structurally for their businesses. So.